Hey guys, welcome back to No Kitchen Name. It's me, Ella. Today we're going to make this cute pig. So let's grab our craft supplies and head over to the craft table. Okay, for the pig, let me show you real quick. If you're doing the two-toned with a different color snout, you'll need 2 yarns, obviously. If not, just 1. For this tutorial, I'm using Bernat Blanket in pink. You will also need some scrappy bits of black and white to do the eyes with, and a little bit of worsted weight black to do the nostrils. Your hook depends on the type of yarn you're using, the size of yarn. I'm using a 6mm hook because that's what works good for me with blanket yarn. You need scissors, a yarn needle, a stitch marker, some fiber fill, and if you want to use safety eyes, you can use safety eyes. It's up to you. Let's get into it. Okay, to get started with the pig, we're going to start with the nose, and we're going to start with a magic ring. This is how I do a magic ring. So I cross my yarn over my fingers, and then when I cross over, I make like an X. Then you go under one, over the other one, and pull it through, and you twist it up when you come through, and then chain 1. That's how I make my magic circle. Okay, so we're going to do 8 half double crochets into the circle. So yarn over, insert the hook in the ring, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, go through all 3 loops. That's 1. So we're going to yarn over, go into the ring, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, go through all 3 loops. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to stop right here. If you're going to use pink for the nose and another color for the body, finish your last half double crochet with your body color. So you would yarn over the new color and pull it through all 3 loops. If you're just going to use pink, you can go ahead and finish here. And then pull a ring close. Alright. So here, if you were using another color, you would cut your pink off, and you could knot the 2 ends together to keep them secured. I'm not doing that this time, so I'm going to go ahead and go on. Now for round 2, we're going to single crochet into the 3rd loop. So typically when you crochet, you go into this V shape. This is the front loop, this is the back loop, and then back here, if you look behind the back loop, there's another loop right there. It's a little harder to see in blanket yarn, but it is there. So here's our typical stitch we would go in through here. There's 1 loop, 2 loop, and then behind the back loop is another loop. So we're going to go into that one. Could be a little tricky at first, especially this first one. And we're just going to do a single crochet into that 3rd loop. And we're going to stick a stitch marker in our first stitch we just made, so we don't lose it. Alright, so now in our 2nd stitch, here's the regular loops you would go into. So we're going to fold it forward, and we're going to grab this back loop. We're going to do a single crochet, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 1, 2. Right here is our 3rd stitch. We're going to push it down and go into this loop here. Do a single crochet. That's 3. Here's our 4th stitch. Push it down. 4. 5th stitch. 5. Here is our 6th stitch. When you start doing them, they kind of pop out easy for you. See how these are the regular stitches. It's kind of pushing forward, and it's popping out the 3rd loop right here. Once you get them going, it gets kind of easier. And this should be our 8th one. Let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did I do 9? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. See how it pops it out there to make the little snout? I think that's cute. Anyways, we did those in the 3rd loop. Alright. Round 3, we're going to increase in every stitch. So let's take our stitch marker out, go into our first stitch. We're going to increase, which means we're going to put 2 single crochets into that stitch. So there's 1 and 2. Those are in the exact same stitch. we're going to go back and put this in our first stitch here. So that was 2. Then in the next stitch we're going to do 2. 1, 2. The next stitch we're going to do 2. We're going to do that all the way around for a total of 16 stitches. Alright, so this is at the end of round 3. This is what our snout is looking like. This is going to be where your hook and stitch mark are, is going to be the bottom of the pig. And then, so up here is going to be the top where the ears and eyes are. If you want to, you can go ahead and embroider the nostrils. I do wait to the end just so I can make sure that I have it lined up right. But we're going to move on to round 4. This round is another increased round. We're going to do 1 single crochet. Put our stitch marker back. And then in the second stitch, we're going to increase. So we're going to do 2 single crochets in that stitch. Then in the next stitch, we're going to do 1 single crochet. And then the next stitch, we're going to increase. We're going to continue that around doing 1 increase, 1 increase, all the way around. At the end of it, you'll have 24 stitches. For round 5 is another increase. This time we're going to split the increase up. So we're going to single crochet the first stitch. Then we're going to increase in the second stitch. Then we're going to single crochet the next 2. So we're going to do 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet. And in the third stitch we're going to increase. And that's what we're going to repeat around. So we're going to do 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and then increase. We're going to repeat that around to the last stitch, and in that last stitch we're just going to single crochet. Okay, I'm at the end of round 5, so I did single crochet, increase, and then I repeated single, single, increase, single, single, increase, all the way around to the last stitch. The last stitch we're just going to put a single crochet in it. And at the end of this round you'll have 32 stitches. Round 6 is an easy one. You're just going to single crochet each stitch around. So put 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around, and you'll have 32 stitches at the end of round 6. Okay, now for round 7, we're going to be doing the ears and one of the feet in this round. So let's start by doing 13 single crochets. So let's do our first one. And put our stitch marker back. So that was 1. So now we're going to do 12 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so now we're going to do the first ear. So the ear is crocheted in, so we're going to chain up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The second chain from the hook, we're going to slip stitch. The next chain, we're going to do a half double crochet. And then the third one, we're going to do a double crochet. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then we're going to slip stitch back in the base of this the last single crochet we made. And that's the first little ear right there. Then we're going to single crochet 7. So to go into the next stitch, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we're going to repeat the ear. So we're going to chain up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. In the second chain from the hook, we're going to do a slip stitch. You just go in and you pull, yarn over, pull through both loops. I usually have to help myself do that. The next chain we're going to do a half double, and then the third chain we're going to do a double. And then we're going to slip stitch into the base of that single crochet. Okay, The ears are made, so now we're going to single crochet the next 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we're down at the bottom of the pig. We're going to make the first foot. To start the foot, we're going to yarn over twice. We're going to insert into the next stitch. We're going to yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's our first part of the bubble. We're going to stop right there with 2 loops. We're going to yarn over twice again. Going to go in that same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now we have 3 loops. We're going to do that 2 more times. So yarn over twice, insert in the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We have 4 loops. One more time. Yarn over twice, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We'll have 5 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 5. That is our first foot, and it's a triple crochet bubble. So now to finish off this round, we got to single crochet the last 2 stitches. Sometimes one stitch kind of hiding behind the triple bubble. You just kind of squish it to the side, go into the next stitch, make a single crochet, and then the last stitch, make a single crochet. Alright, so at the end of round 7, you'll have 32 stitches, 2 ears, and one of the stitches is a foot. So now going on to round 8, we're going to be making the second foot and then working on the body. So for round 8, we're going to single crochet 2. So let's do 1, put our stitch marker back, 2. Now we're going to make our second foot, made the exact same way. Yarn over twice, insert into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over twice, insert in the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over twice, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. One more time. Yarn over twice, insert, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. You'll have 5 loops, yarn over and pull through all 5. That is our second foot. So now the rest of this round is just single crochet. There'll be 29 of them. So again, you might have to push the foot kind of over to make sure you can see this next one really well. So that's our first one right there. 1. Let's go up to the ear so I can show you how to do that. So this is just regular single crochet all the way up the side of the pig here till we get up to the ear. Whoops. Alright, we made it to, well, almost. We made it to the ear. So we're going to fold the ear forward and we're going to crochet around him. But if you look right here, here's the ear. This loop right here is our slip stitch. The single crochet that we're wanting to work in is right here beside the slip stitch. So we're going to fold the ear down and we're going to go into this single crochet right here and do a single crochet. And if you remember, there are 7 stitches in between the 2 ears, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and right there's the last one, 7. So again, this right here is the slip stitch, so we don't want to work into that. We're going to fold the ear down, we're going to work into right here the single crochet right past the slip stitch. Do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we're to the foot, so we're going to kind of fold it down. Right here is the top of the bobble, so we work a single crochet into that, and then we're going to kind of push the bobble over. There's right here is 1, 2, so we're going to do 1 here and then the last one. Alright, that's the end of round 8. You'll have 32 stitches still and right here we can pause You can go ahead and do the nostrils and the eyes if you want. I do like to wait until I stuff the pig to do my eyes. But if you're doing safety eyes, right now would be the time to do them. So the nose is here. The ears are here. So I would put safety eyes about right here. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Between rows 4 and 5. Probably 4 or 5 stitches apart. You can use the ears and the nose. There's like a triangle here. To guide where you would put your safety eyes. I would put them probably right here. This is also where we're going to embroider the eyes at the end of it. Let's move on. Rounds 9, 10, 11, and 12. So it's 4 rounds of solid single crochet. So you're just going to be single crocheting every stitch around. Let me show you this next foot real quick, so in case you need help going around the foot. So this is the beginning of row 9. Let's do 1 single crochet and then put our stitch marker back. And then a single crochet here. And then fold the foot down. This first part here is the top of the bobble. So that is 1. And then kind of push it over. Right here's the next single crochet. And then you just solid single crochet all the way around for a total of 4 rounds. So 9, 10, 11, and 12 are just single crochet all the way around. Each round has 32 stitches. Okay, I just finished round 12, so here's his little body coming along. He's so cute. Yeah, let's move on to round 13. Round 13, we're going to be adding 1 foot, this one, the second foot. And then round 14, we're going to be adding the other foot, and then it's going to be decreasing, so we're almost done. Round 13, we're going to single crochet 30. So we're going to be doing a single crochet almost all the way around. So do 30 single crochets, and then we'll make the first of the last 2 feet. Okay, here I am towards the end of round 13. I just did 30 single crochet, and now I'm going to do another foot. So here we go for the triple crochets again. Yarn over twice, insert into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over twice, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over twice, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, one more time, yarn over twice, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, you'll have 5 loops, yarn over and pull through all 5 of them, that's your foot. And again, you have to kind of squish him over to see your last stitch there. There's only 1 of them. So we're going to put 1 single crochet there. That is the end of round 13. You still have 32 stitches. So now moving on to 14, we're going to do 1 single crochet. Put our stitch marker back. So that was 1. We're going to do 2 more. So it's a total of 3 single crochets. Then we're going to do another foot. So yarn over twice, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over twice, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over twice, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, one more time, yarn over twice, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, you'll have 5 loops, yarn over and pull through all 5. Yay, that was the last foot. Squish it over. Let's go ahead and single crochet that 1 real quick. We're going to be single crocheting 28 to finish off this round, but I'm going to stop here for just a second. My feet lined up pretty well. If yours is off, you can move the placement of them if you need to. Move them over a stitch or 2, whichever way to make them kind of lined up for you. So now to finish off round 14, we're going to single crochet the last. We done did 1, so now we're going to do 27 more, and that'll finish off round 14, and you'll still have 32 stitches. Okay, I'm at the end of round 14. I wanted to stop and show you again the foot if you have a hard time. I just did 26 stitches, and then you just kind of move the foot down. This is the top of the bobble, so that would be for 27, and then the last single crochet, you kind of move the foot over. It's right here. 28. So that was the end of round 14. So now for round 15 is our first decrease round. So we're going to single crochet 1, and we're going to put our stitch marker back, and then we're going to do a decrease. So right here is our 2 stitches. we're going to insert in the first stitch, yarn over, pull through. Instead of finishing that, we're going to go directly into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through again. There'll be 3 loops, yarn over and go through all 3 of those. So we just took 2 stitches and made it into 1. So now for the repeat of this round, we're going to single crochet 2. So put the foot down. Right here's the top of the bobble. So that's 1. Right here's the next single crochet is 2, and then we're going to do a decrease again. So we're going to go in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through. You have 2 loops. Go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 3 loops. Yarn over and pull through all 3 of those. So that's a decrease. So now we're going to repeat that around. Single, single, decrease, single, single, decrease, all the way around to the last stitch, and then there'll be just 1 single crochet there. So we're going to do 1, 2, decrease, 1, 2, decrease. We're going to repeat that all the way to the end where there's just 1 stitch left. Okay, at the end of round 15 there's just 1 stitch left, so just go ahead and single crochet that. Now we're going to go into round 16. Oh, at the end of round 15 you have 24 stitches. 16 we're going to do another decrease round. So we're just going to do 1 single crochet, put our stitch marker back, and then we're going to do 1 decrease. If I can get it in there. 1 single crochet, 1 decrease. We're going to repeat that all the way around. 1 single crochet, 1 decrease, 1 single crochet, 1 decrease to the end, and you'll have 16 stitches. Okay, just finished round 16, right? Yeah, and we have 16 stitches. That's funny. So now we're going to start the stuffing process. By now, if you're using safe dies, you should have already put them in. If you're doing embroidered, you could have done them earlier, or you could wait like me. I like to do it after it's stuffed so that it's not going to be moving around where the eyes are at. So we're going to start stuffing. First, you want to kind of stuff the snout a little bit. So I like to take just a little bit of fiber feel and just stuff the tip of the nose. Just so that it's stuffed, because if you just glob a bunch in there, it might not get into the nose just yet. So I'm going to stuff the nose just a little bit, and then I'm going to add stuffing in and stuff the whole entire body. The best way I've found to do stuffing, let me shove this in there, is I like to shove a bunch in there, and then I will stick my fingers into the middle of it and push out, pushing down and out at the same time, so that this bottom part gets full, and it's making kind of a hole in the middle for me to put more stuffing in. And just kind of repeat that process. Put stuffing in, push it down and out. And I'm just going to keep doing that until the pig is as stuffed as I want it. And let me get it stuffed as much as I want, and then we'll do the last round, and then we'll finish stuffing and close it off and work on the face and tail. Gotta do the tail. Okay, at this point my pig is pretty stuffed, but I do still need to do 1 more round of decreasing. So this time we're going to do just decreases. We're going to do 8 decreases all the way around, and it's going to leave us with 8 stitches. So there's 1 decrease. You can use your stitch marker here, or you can just count. So there's 1. Kind of hard to hold him at this angle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so now the crocheting part of his body is done. I'm going to cut off a little bit of a tail here. And before I close up this hole, I'm going to first finish stuffing, and then we're going to make the tail, and then we'll deal with the ends and embroidery. Okay, so now we're going to do the tail real quick. We got it stuffed. we did our last row of decreasing. We still have a hoe hair, which is good. So for the tail, here's his ears. I like to just kind of do the center of the back, and I go back here to what I would think would be hit the top of his booty. Of course, you can put the tail wherever you want to put it. So we're going to make a slip knot. Put the yarn on our hook. We're going to try to center it. I like to put it like right here. So I'm going to, maybe right here. I'm going to insert my hook through one of the stitches, and I'm going to do like a slip stitch to attach my yarn. And then I'm going to take this yarn tail and hold the knot and kind of pull it. That just helps tighten it up. And then while we're attached to the pig, we're going to chain up 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So right here we have a chain of 8. It's hard to do at this angle. So now in each chain, starting with the second one from the hook all the way down, we're going to do 2 single crochets in each chain. So that is an increase essentially in each chain that will make the tail curly. If you want it super curly, you could do 3. So starting in the second chain from the hook, we're going to do an increase. It's going to be a total of 14 single crochets. So there's 2. The next stitch we're going to do 2. The next one we're going to do 2. The next one we're going to do 2. Just all the way down. Underfill. The next one we're going to do 2. It's hard for me to do on the table. Finish it all the way out. I'm struggling at this angle with a stuffed pig. That's okay. Alright, I think we got one more. After you finish your 14 single crochets, which I'm struggling to do, but that's okay, we'll be slip stitching back into the body. Okay, I did all of mine. Okay, so now I'm going, well, this is the stitch that we attached in, so I'm going to go to the next one over and slip stitch to join it. And I'm going to cut a little tail. Boop. Close this off. Then I'm going to take my crochet hook. I'm going to go in through this open hole and pull that yarn tail through. And then I'm going to go over here and do it with this one. And then I'm going to knot that inside the pig a few times. That way those tails are good and secure. You can just stuff the rest of it in there. And then I'm going to take my needle, put on the tail of the body, and we're going to close up this hole. The way I like to do it is I like to go through one loop on each stitch, and I kind of pull it as I go. Definitely don't pull too tight if you're using a Chanel yarn, because it will break and it will be sad. Towards the end, if there's any little holes like this, I just kind of close them up by like sewing them shut. And then this yarn tail, I'm just going to kind of stick out. You can either weave it in, or you can use some of the eye tail, which is usually what I do if you embroidered them. So I'm going to move it kind of closer up here and just leave it sitting there for just a minute. So now we're going to do the eyes and the nostrils. So let's get that set up. Okay, for the embroidered eyes, you just need a piece of black blanket yarn, a piece of white blanket yarn, and for the nose you need a piece of worsted weight. Let's do the nose first. Put it on your hook, I mean your needle. Alright, the nose is right here. The eyes will be about right here, the ears are up here. So I'm just going to go in part of the body, like right here, And I'm going to come out about right there in the nose. And you're just going to make a little line. And then you're going to do that again. Go, just put it out that way, and that makes one little line right there. And then you're going to go up to make this a line too. And I'm going to try to come back out down here where this other yarn is. So there's his nostrils. And then I'm going to take these two pieces, I'm going to knot them together a few times. And I'm going to trim it. And then take my hook, stick it in somewhere in the body. Come out where they're at, loop them, and pull it in. And when I'm pulling my hook out, I'm going to kind of jiggle it so that they will come off in there somewhere. So there's the nostrils. Pretty easy. Now we're going to do the eyes. A little bit more difficult, but not too hard, I don't think. Alright, so we're going to start with our black yarn. We're going to put it on our needle. We're going to try to put the eyes, you know, there's like a triangle of the nose. I talk about that a lot in my amigurumis. You use the nose and the ears as your little triangle, and you want the eyes to be in that triangle with the ears and the nose. So we're going to try to put the eyes in this area right here. I am not an expert by any means, so I'm just going to go in somewhere down here, and I'm going to come out where I want one of the eyes to be. I'm going to pull it almost all the way through, leave a tail. And then I'm going to go down a little bit, like a stitch maybe, and I'm going to go into the pig and out where the yarn comes out. That will make a line in my base of my eye. So now I'm going to keep going in and out these two spots to build up the shape of my eye. And you're going to use your finger to put the yarn either on this side or that side to kind of give it a round eye shape, you know. So I'm just going to keep doing that a few times until the eye, the black part of the eye, is the shape that I want it. I think that will be good. So when I'm happy with what it's going to be, I'm going to send my needle out where I want the other part, the top part of the other eye to be. I think I will put it right here. The good thing about embroidering eyes is if you make them and you don't like them, you can always take them out and redo it. So now I'm going to try to keep these level, even. Do the same thing over here. Oops, I got the ear. I pierced its ear. And we're going to do the same thing, going in and out the same spots to build up the shape of the eye. I kind of try to get them the same. Sometimes I don't do that well, but that's okay. It's just like any other skill. You just gotta keep doing it, and eventually you'll get better at it. Alright. Kind of scoosh them around. Alright, I think I'm good with the blacks of the eye. So I'm going to take these two ends and knot them together. And trim it. And I'll deal with that in a minute. Then we're going to take the white. This is a real fuzzy white. We're going to go in somewhere at the bottom of one of the eyes. And we're going to go up around the side of the eye and back in through the top. And then we're going to stick it out to the bottom of the other eye. Just use your fingers to guide it. And then we're going to go around the other eye, through the top of it, and back out where we started, if we can. Just kind of guide it with your fingers. If you want to reposition your eyes, all you gotta do is cut them off and try again. I like to use my needle to kind of get in there and move things around. Alright, let's knot this together. Trim it. Take your hook. Go up where the yarn is at. Pull it through and kind of wiggle. Oops, it took some photos with me. You can use the end of your hook to kind of stuff things back in there. Oh, I forgot about this tail. I'll have to deal with that in a minute. Do the same thing with black. I meant to use the eyes to tie that off with and I forgot. That's okay. I'm just going to hide it in the body. There we go. Alright. There is my pig. He's so cute. Anyways, there you go. Your pig is done. Look at him. He's got his curly tail. He's got his pointy ears that are floppy. He's got his nostrils and his little nose that kind of sticks out. And here's what it would look like if you made a two-toned pig. I made the snout pink. So there's the pig. Yay! I hope you like this pattern. If you make it, I would love to see it. You can send it to me in email, post it here on the YouTube community page, or you can share it in the Facebook group, the No Kitchen Name Facebook group. That's linked below, and so is my email. If you like this pattern, let me know. And yeah, I'll be coming out with some more soon. So I'm going to go ahead and hop off here, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye, guys.